Hi, so it's Monica with King's Titan Homestead, and here's the update on, I think it is day 3 of the diet. So this morning for breakfast I had some more of the fresh okra from the garden and the last of the rice. So things are going to start getting tight for me. And of course eggs. Got lots of eggs still. So that was done. And yesterday I also planted I think it was about 12 seeds of black-eyed peas. There's certain things that we can start planting during the monsoon season. Black-eyed peas are on the list, so those went in yesterday. So my plans are is every day to add another staple to the diet, so that as certain plants give out, there's replacements that are already in a stage I'll be able to harvest from them. And this is total experiment because I've never really done black-eyed peas in this area before, and I think I tried to grow them in the spring and none of them popped up. So we'll see how these are. These seeds are from some heirloom survival seed company, so I'm not quite sure how viable they are. I might need a new source for seeds if these don't make little seedlings. Something I planted today that besides, for our diet, for self-sustainability, is stuff to feed my bees so that I don't have to buy so much pollen or protein supplement, and I don't have to buy sugar for syrup. And so I'm looking for things that will feed my bees or make them have more things for them to forage, because the better the variety of forage for the bees, the better. So I planted some seeds that I gathered from a parking lot in Tucson. These seeds had a really significant, identifiable look to them. They're little black seeds with these little red, kind of soft feathery things on it, and I knew it was a type of acacia. And there's like 160 different species of acacia trees, and so just by typing in acacia and the type of seed, I found out it's an acacia cyclops, at least I think. I'm no expert. It's also called red-eyed wattle, and so they're from Australia. And the one good thing is that southern Arizona is really good for growing different acacias, and they're very beneficial to the bees. One thing that they mentioned was that this tree flowers from early spring through late summer, and that right there is what caught my attention, through late summer. Now that's in their native habitat of Australia, and I'm really hoping that we have kind of a similar climate and that we are able to have that same type of forage for our bees during the late summer when there's nothing else in our desert for them, that they might be able to forage on late summer acacia flowers here on the homestead. So I put in, what did I plant of those? I think I planted about a dozen of those just to test them, and those seeds are from this year. The other thing I put in about 12 of dune aloe, and the reason why is because whenever aloe blooms, and there's a ton of different aloe species, and so I want to do an aloe garden, and the different aloes will bloom at different times and also give the bees something to harvest from. So those dune aloe seeds, though, are extremely old. I think that they're over 10 or 12 years old, so I really don't have very high hopes. I just can't throw them away without trying them, right? Okay, so to finish up on, day 3 of the diet, for lunch I had hard-boiled eggs and raw yellow squash, and then we went on a hike. So one of the weirdest things on the hike, that I was walking along and I looked down and I saw this thing, and I just started laughing, and I said, Dan, you got to see this. And he's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just still laughing, and I told him, you got to see this, you got to come right here, look at this. And he's like, is it a phallus? I wish. For those that don't know, in southern Arizona, the native tribes, the ancient tribes, of the area would make phalluses, stone phalluses, as a fertility symbol. And people have found them just like laying on the ground while hiking. It's rare, but it has been done. So I'm like, no, yeah, I wish, but no, it's not a phallus. So he come over, and this is what it was. So don't ask us how it got there. I mean, I looked it up on Toys R Us, and it's some kind of, you know, fish lure thingy. I don't know. But anyway, it was in the middle of nowhere. And possibly, you know, well, we were in an area that had a lot of activity, border crossing activity. So could be maybe a kid dropped it. I don't know. I don't know how it got there. Very strange. So while we were hiking, we found a nice arrowhead, and so this ranch was a place I was also trying to do some foraging. I was looking for something, you know, to eat for my diet, and I didn't see a single rabbit. No bunny rabbits. Didn't see any rattlesnakes. Those were kind of things I was hoping for. We did see some grasshoppers. And my body was starting to hit, I guess it's a ketosis. So I started getting the shakes, and I was getting really tired, and my body just kind of, my muscles were starting to tense up and feel real sore. And I've been on a low carb diet before, and I knew that this was it. My body was, it's like day 3 usually is when it hits, and my body says, stop it. You need to eat some sugar for us, and you need, you know, because, you know, when I was gone, I was having soda every day, Mountain Dews, and I was having wine every night, and I was eating great foods, and I was just like totally splurging, because I knew when I come back I was going to be doing this. And now my body's totally in shock, going, you better give us some sugar. And I'm like, nope, you're not getting sugar. Just deal with it. So I made it through the shakes and everything. You got to have a lot of willpower to do that, because in the truck, Dan's got Cheez-Its, he's got soda. That's Dan's stuff. I'm not touching it anymore. So I made it through. But while we were hiking, I was gathering purslane. So last night for dinner, I had purslane. I had 1 tomato from the garden. I had another yellow squash, chopped up, raw yellow squash. And what else did I put on? I put some basil on it, some scallion tops. And that's what I had for dinner. So I stuck with it. That was my forage. The purslane is starting to really pop up everywhere in the desert, which is fabulous. So that's probably going to be a main staple of mine until it runs out. And what I'll do once it gets tall enough, I mean, right now they're only this tall, so I was just snipping them off kind of at the base. I don't pull them out. They'll regrow if you just snip them. So I'm not like one of those people that harvest by pulling. That's not right. So, and you also don't want to harvest things if you don't really know what the identification is. You need to be around people, get taught by a mentor, or do a lot of research before you start just eating things off the desert floor. Myself, I've been kind of harvesting and doing wild foods for almost 20 years. So, yeah. Don't do it unless you know exactly what it is. But as far as it goes, there's lots of things in the desert that you can eat. And so that's what this is going to be about. I'm going to try to give you ideas and things that you can actually figure out and be able to do yourself. With that said, that was the end of day 3. Oh, by the way, we also saw these really, really, really cute little toads. Toads or frogs. I think it was a frog, but they're so little, so decent. They're about the size of my thumb fingernail. They're just the cutest. Oh, they're so happy we have the monsoons. It was a fun day yesterday. I had a great time. finger's dirty, but look at that. It's so little.